Hello, so David Lemon here with another video. Basically, today we will be doing an interesting build. A lot of people have asked me already how to do that one. It is a very interesting topic for some. I will be teaching some tips and tricks on how you can improve your speed when creating these kinds of websites. I am just starting 5 minutes earlier so that people that are joining in and then receiving all these notifications, they can actually come on and join in. Sit down on a desk, on a computer, turn on the TV and YouTube and wherever they're watching from and actually join us here today. So as you can see over here, we will be doing this build today, and um, I will be sharing some valuable information on how to do that. Um, yeah, so I have a couple of people joining in already. So welcome, guys. It's good to have you here. Please let me know if you can hear me. I have a temporary setup, so I am not where I usually am, as you can see from my background. Um, I have moved to my grandparents' old apartment where I'm shooting this video because I would like to apologize for you guys. I had issues with my Wi-Fi, as some of you may seem. Uh, Basically, my router just had a I don't know what happened, but it just went in smoke. I smelled like, okay, there's something burning. So I looked up, and actually my router was getting some smoke. Probably something was not wired properly, so some wires uh, got, I don't know, some short circuit or something, and then it actually smelled quite badly. So my Wi-Fi is at this moment not the best. In case you can hear me, in case you can see me well, if it's laggy, please let me know. If it's laggy, I will probably reshoot an edited video for you guys, because I don't want you to suffer because of something that happened to me. So yeah, I would like to apologize. On Friday I didn't do a video because this happened with my router, and then at this moment I'm sharing Wi-Fi from my phone. I actually upgraded my phone internet so that I am able to share to my computer and then do these videos for you guys, so that you don't have to miss out on training. I have a lot of stuff coming this week, a lot of interesting things that I want to share with you. But today is Monday, and today on Monday we do live builds. And today we will be building out, as you can see here, coming soon pages. Perfect. So I have a couple of people here. So I have John from Elupur here. Hi guys, good to have you here. Richard D'Angelo is here. Christine Case, as always. Christine is here to learn and to moderate, I hope. So Steve G Horace Pro is here watching us on YouTube. Jody Hall is here. Sounds good on this end. Jeff Wells says you're loud and clear. Awesome. Jimmy, as always. Hey, David says, thank you, Jimmy, for joining me again. So at this moment, I'm working with this temporary setup. I am in a new place with a new technology. This is my microphone, not the professional one that I have actually at home. So this is something that I will be working until my internet company doesn't fix the issue with my router. But nonetheless, I will be continuing working this way until then. So let me just show you quickly what I will be teaching you to do today. So as you can see over here, building out a coming soon page in GroovePages. A page like this can be built extremely quickly, 15 minutes or less, in case you're very focused, you know where the buttons are, what you need to do, and then that's it. What I will be doing for you guys is teaching you some tips and tricks, and maybe to improve your design skills and also your basically understanding of pages and structures. So let me just show you. Today we will be building this out. So this is a coming soon page. Once published, once you put it on your site, this will be counting down the days and the minutes and basically the time until your site is live, until your pages or product is being offered. So this is a site that we will be showing you how to create. There is a couple of bugs still. For example, I cannot change this text color. So I wanted to put it to be in white color, but unfortunately it is not changing on my end. Could be that on your end would be different, but I don't think so. I think this is a bug, and I have reported it already to our developers that they will be jumping on and fixing this issue. And basically somebody fills in this form over here, they press the let me know, they come to your email list, and then actually once your product or website or whatever you're offering or whatever you're building is done, then they will be able to see that page once the countdown timer is done. Let me just show you something else. So with this one, I want to show you how to create something like this. This is on the same thing, but just a couple of different tweaks and on the page. So we'll be adding these borders around the text, and then showing you different designs of these countdown timers. And then also I want to show you how to create an email form, or on the side you have basically next to the field you have the button. So this is what I want to go in and then show you. And then I have another one. So we will be building out 3 pages altogether today. This is without a countdown timer. This is an image over here. I just created a simple text logo in Photopea. I showed you a couple of times that tool. But here in this one, I want to show you how you can put these social media icons. If you were following one of my last builds, I was actually explaining. So you pull in these icons, and then you do this, and then you do that. But actually, there is a simpler way to do it, and then this is what I want to share today. So let's just stop talking and then use the time to actually build out these coming soon pages. So I mistakenly closed it. I'll just reopen it so we can follow those designs, these designs as a template. Yeah, so if anybody haven't been on these live streams yet, just please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook, as you can see over here. This is going to let me see your name. For example, I can see here Jimmy's name and the profile picture, so I know that he is the one that is actually commenting. And then, for example, if you didn't do this yet, then I will be able to see you like this. So I don't know who you are. It will say Facebook user and then a profile image. This is only in case you're coming from Facebook. So please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook, as you can see below my mouse here, and then you can just approve StreamYard to access Facebook, your Facebook profile image, and then your name. So I have Veronica joining us. Hello, Veronica. It's good to have you here back again. So let's just jump in and then build out coming soon a landing page. I will be starting from scratch. Basically, once you are in your GrooveFunnels dashboard, come over to the GroovePages tab. Let me just zoom in for you. GroovePages here on the side, and then you start a new site. I will be building everything from scratch. I will show you a trick that you can use, basically pretty simple to do this one. So I want to build out a page like this, and as you can see, this is just one block. Once you scroll up and down on the page, it doesn't move anywhere. So what I want to do is actually just do the one block, and the block I will be using is just a wireframe cover block. So once you come over here to blocks, wireframes, and then covers, then the first one is the one I was using in this build. So as you can see here, we have a heading, we have a subheading, and then we will be pulling in the elements of the countdown timer and then also the form fields. So let me just jump in over here and then start editing this page over here. So as you saw, we had a background image, which is just a simple image I pulled from the image library. So once I come here to the blocks section, I can actually click on the block over here, come to the background, and then I want to choose an image. you can come over here to free stock photos. I just typed in city and I chose the one that I like. Let's just try something different this time and then choose this image over here. Okay, so this is now our image chosen in our image library. And I don't want to have this big of an image of 4,000 pixels in width. I just want to make it a bit smaller. So I will just type in 1920. This is the image width size that I usually play with. And then it usually looks pretty well on all the devices. So it says content saved. This means that our image is ready to be used. As you can see, it is already placed nicely. However, we need to edit the text on it so we can see the text below it. So I want to just come over here and say, we are coming soon. So here, I will paste in my text. We are coming soon, all in caps lock, basically all capital letters. And then I want to change the font. I will put, I don't know, Montserrat. Let's just play with this font Montserrat, and I want to make it bold. Okay, also make it white. And let's just see how it looks like. So here, this white is actually on the bridge, so it cannot be seen. So I will try to find a different font that will not be on the bridge over here. So I have Steve asking us on YouTube, what was that StreamYard Facebook for? So Steve, this is for somebody that is watching us on Facebook. As I explained here, for example, Veronica is saying hello. I can see her profile image and her name. However, if somebody didn't approve Facebook or didn't approve StreamYard to access the image and the profile details on Facebook, then I will be seeing it like this. So I cannot see a profile image and then your name in case you're watching us on Facebook, in case you didn't approve this one first. So I will just leave it in Poppins. I can see that this one is lined up nicely, and then I will use here Poppins as well for the subheading. I will just copy over the subheading. This will be, our website is under construction. We are working really hard to get it up and running as soon as possible for you. So I will just paste in the text over here like that, and then I will make it white like this. Maybe the weight a bit bigger so that people can see what we are working on. Okay, and my image in the block is a bit too bright, so I will put a background color on it. So I will click on the background and I will choose a color, black, and I will just make it like this so that our image is still visible, but it is faded a bit, so it is not so much. So Steve is just replying, oh, okay, I'm on YouTube. Perfect. So Steve, in case you're watching us from YouTube, you don't have to do anything. This one was only for the people watching us on Facebook. I have Jeff asking a question. Please show slowly how you can access the image library in order to preload the images. Okay, Jeff, let me just do it one more time for you. So as you saw, once we were putting in the background image, I made sure that I'm on the block section over here. So it says block here and then block here. This is where you need to place in the background image so that it stays full width. Once you come to the background section, once you are in the block part, then you click the choose image. And then up here, you have the My Files or Free Stock Photos. Once you click the Free Stock Photos, you can search for an image. I searched for city, and this is where I clicked on the image that I liked, which was uploaded to the My Files section. Then when you click on the image, you can just edit the aspect ratio and then click select. Then this is where it will be populated. You will be able to edit your background image from here. I have Facebook users saying, I'm happy that you're going through this. I need to build a website right now immediately. Perfect. So you will be able to learn the basics of how to build out a simple one block web page using this tutorial I'm doing at this moment. So as you can see, we have our heading section, we have a subheading section, and as we want to build out this part, we need to pull in the countdown timers and then the form field and the button for it. So let's just do the form field first. I want to place it here below. So I will come to the Elements tab and pull in a container. I want to have my form in a separate container. And then once I place the container, an empty container on there, I will scroll down until I see the form section here. I will be creating a custom form, not pulling in a block, but I want to create a custom form. So I will just pull in an empty form over here. Okay, so you can see that the form container is in the container that we placed on it. So this is what we need to do. And then we need to pull in an input field into the form container. You can see below my mouse over here, it is saying form container. So this is where we placed it now. So the input field is in the form container. This is what we need. And then we will just pull in a submit button, and then this will be below our form field this way. So you saw I pulled in a so just an empty container from here. Then I scrolled down and I pulled in an empty form container, then an input field and the submit button. So everything from this form and then just a container from here. So I can go in there and then edit the size of this field, form field. So I clicked on the input field. You can see I have the input selected. So I will come to the sizing and then change the max width to, let's say, 30. So you saw that this one just popped so that it is much smaller now. While I am still in this section, this is the form field, I want to say enter your email address to be notified when we are online. This is quite a bit of text, but we will do that one. So input ID will be email. Name will be email. Placeholder text is where we type in the text we want inside the form. Enter your email address to be notified when we are online. Actually, just leave enter your email address, add validation rules, and then I want to choose email and input cannot be empty. Update. So now, as you saw, once I click the update button, it says here, enter your email address. Perfect. This is what I want, and I want to just work with the design now. So I placed in, I created the form, I configured the form functions over here. So I just want to design it now. So to the layout, I will come over here and then place it to be inline flex. Once I placed inline flex, you see that the button just popped next to it. So the inline, that means that it will be within the form, within the container, but it will allow other things to come next to it. I hope you understand me. So once it was inline, once it was flex, you saw that it is placing everything one above the other. So the button is now below the form field. Once I place it to flex, so inline flex, it allows it to be next to it. So this is what the inline flex does. And now we can work with the spacing and then push the button a bit further from the field this way. So this is now a nice form field, a nice submit button on it. Okay, so what we still need to do is click on the form container. This will be chosen. So the form container consists, so it has inside a form field and a form submit button. Once we are in the form container, we come to the text option and then we click the center option. So this will center everything in the middle of the page. So however big the page is, it will stay centered. Let's just quickly jump in to see the questions. I have received quite a few. So Steve is asking, do you know how many images that you have in the free stock file? are they in categories? So these free stock photos, Steve, are coming from outside outside websites like Pixabay and Pexels, and I don't know how many images they have, but they have loads. Believe me, they have thousands, if not millions, of images that you can choose from. They are not categorized, but you can search for them. So in case you are searching for a balloon, you type in balloon and then you choose the image that you like. There is no categories, separate categories within GroovePages, but once you go to their website, so Pexels and Pixabay, you can see the different categories of the pictures. Okay, question. Would I build pages within GroovePages only, or would they connect with my own website? So GroovePages is your page builder. In case you want to stay with GrooveFunnels and use the GrooveFunnel suite of apps, it can connect to an outside blog. You can come over here. Let me just show you in the Groove Digital Facebook group. There are my videos over here that you can view. I created a video on this topic of connecting your blog to GroovePages, which is once you click on the live demos in the popular topics section, you just need to scroll down and it will be a blue video, this one here. So connecting your blog to GroovePages. This is the video that I would suggest you to see in case you want to connect GroovePages website with your own other website that you have somewhere else. You can connect it using this video that I created here. So let's just see what we still have from the questions. I understand how to access image from blog. I want a button to get to image library so I can upload images before I start creating my page. So you just go to this basically the image library over here, and then you just upload the images. You cannot categorize them in different folders, but you need to upload one by one. There is no other way to do it. I want a button to get to image library so I can upload images before I start. Yeah, so basically, Jeff, unfortunately, there is no way to upload multiple files from once. Mary is asking a question, are there any preset pages that you can use as a base for getting started? Um, Find it really hard to build pages from scratch. Mary, it is just a personal preference. Once you want to create something that looks like this, that's really custom made, that's really custom designed and looking nice, you would need to build it from scratch. There are templates that you can use from. I don't play around with templates. You can probably start with different ones, like this one, for example. You would need to modify it anyway. I'm just showing you a simple way. I was using a block, changing the colors, changing the background image, and then just as this video would be very, very short if I would be using pre-made blocks and everything, I'm showing you how to make these custom form fields and custom countdown timers. I have a couple of pictures, sorry, a couple of questions there, but I will be continuing with the editing of this page. So I want to make it rounded. Also the button needs to say, let me know. So let me just do this one. I click on the button, the submit button, come up to the configure tab in the right-hand corner, and then let me know. Okay, the button action will be submit. This is fine. And I want to go and design the button. So I will just click on the design tab, change the text to pop-ins like this, maybe increase the font size like that. And then we can just change the background color. So I click on the background section here, and I want to put in this nice red color. Perfect. So I will come into the borders section and then make it rounded. So you can see it is getting rounded. And I will just leave it on 9,999 pixels for the rounding, like that. And then using the spacing, now I can space out the top and bottom inside like that. And then also the left and right. So I can just add on some space next to the text. So the text is staying on the same place. I'm just adding on space above, below, and then on each of the sides using these padding options as you saw now. Okay, so I will click on this form field and I will come in and edit that one. So I want to put the text as well to Poppins. I want to make it white. However, as you can see, it is not changing to white. This was the bug that I was telling you about. I have reported this one, so this is being fixed by our development team. And then just increase the sizing a bit of the text inside. And then what I will do is also make the background white and very transparent, something like this, maybe a bit more like that. And then round the corners this way. Perfect. So as you can see now, once I click out, we're coming soon, and then we have all this nice looking form field like here. What I want is just space it out a bit, so I will push the subheading away from the heading section and also the form field away from the subheading section. So I can do that very simply by just clicking to this subheading, going to spacing and add on margin and on top and the bottom, which will space out both at the same time, like that. Awesome. So the only thing that we are still missing, guys, is the countdown timer. So I will be going in and then doing that one immediately. Okay, I will go to the Elements tab, scroll down until I find the other section here, and then I will pull in my countdown timer. So this is the custom, basically just the element countdown timer. Now I want to make it pretty like this one, so rounded and have a transparent background. Edit the fonts, edit the background color, make it transparent, put a red background on this one, and then I think this looks pretty amazing. So I will show you a way to do that very quickly. So the only thing we need to do is just design one of these, and then we will just copy the style and then paste it on the other ones. Let me show you how this is done. So I will come into the text, increase the font size to the one that I like, let's say 3 REM. I will put into Poppins. But as you can see, as I increase the font size, it just popped above and below. So it doesn't have enough space to fit in. So this is where we need to come into the sizing option and then put the width on pixels, and then here we can play with the pixels until it shows up the correct way, like this. So now we can close it, and then I want to make it semi-bold. Okay, so I didn't size it enough, so now it will be showing correctly. Okay, and then I want to click on the text below it, so the days section, the days text, and I want to make it display in Poppins as well, and then just a bit bigger text at the font size. Awesome. So now I have everything done inside. What I want to do is round the corners for this to be completely round this way, and then I will come into the spacing, and as I did before, I will just push the padding around to be this way. So what we did, we just edited the font here and the sizing, and then we edited the font over here. The background, we just made the corners, the borders here, the corners rounded, and then basically increase the padding on each of the sides. That was it. It's pretty simple to do that one. What we want to do now is we want to put the background to be white, and just to make it like this, transparent, let's just say 80%, that's fine, 80%, and then that is it. I will just save this as global style over here. So I have my stylable element over here. The stylable element is the text, this text, the timer text, the text below, and then this round circle. So this is our stylable element, And I want to save this as countdown. Okay, this is the style for the countdown timer. I want to save the style for this countdown text as well, so the countdown numbers. So we come here to the global style, create a new style. Let's just type in timer numbers. Okay, and then here to this part, save this as countdown for timer text. Timer text. Okay, and then we are basically good to go. So once we come over here to the next one, we just need to click on the outside to the stylable element, and we need to apply the style of the countdown timer. We did that one, and now it is actually round. So let me just work with the text over here. So global styles, timer numbers, okay? And then I just want to apply the timer text. So now this is done. Let me just do the next one as well. So I click on the stylable element, click the global styles, countdown timer, click on the text element, so the numbers element, choose the global styles, timer numbers, and then to the text below it, global styles, timer text. And then the last part we need to edit is this one. So, sorry, not this one, but global styles, countdown timer, click on the numbers, global styles, timer number, click on the text below it, global styles, timer text. Awesome. So the last thing we need to do is just to change this one over here to red. And this is this red over here. Okay, I didn't do it correctly. So the background, this one, this red, and I just need to put it back to this. You see that this is a bug that was just happening. Let's just save it and then refresh it. Maybe this one will be gone. Let's see. Let's go back into the background section, place a color in it, and then remove it. Yeah, so this is a bug that is happening. It was not happening a couple of hours ago when I was doing designs of this one. So this is how we know that the team is working on some updates. So it doesn't matter. We'll just continue with this build, and we are almost done. So we have the countdown timers, we have the heading, we have the subheading, we have this part over here, and let me just see how it looks like on published. I think it looks pretty good. I probably just want to increase this text over here so that it is bigger than the countdown timer. Okay, so I will just increase it by 1 like that. And I think this is looking pretty good. Let me just answer a couple more questions here now. So let's just see here. Thanks, brand new. I have a summit coming up starting Saturday, but no website yet. So to use to promote, plenty to do right now. Would love help, but don't have it yet. So time to learn. It's correct. Time to learn. Mary is asking, can you save the entire timer rather than each element? So you can save the entire timer using the global styles to apply it on another timer, but you would need to change each of the elements first, so that once you save the entire timer, the entire countdown element, then you will be able to apply it on another timer on another page or another block down on the same page. That is it. So we have now this page done. Let's just see the page 2, how it looks like. This is very simple, very similar to the first one that we did. We will be using the same block, but it has just a different couple of different designs that we will be working with. So let me just close this one and then open another page. I want to add on a page. We will name it, we will start from scratch. We click on the page and then we will name it. So I just want to name it number 2. This is where I will just type in number 2. So then it will be revealed like this. So the domain and then / number 2. Okay, and then let's just start with the design. So we go to the blocks. I'll just make it bigger for you. We go to the blocks element. We click on the wireframes, covers, and then we pull in the first one. For the build, we want to do this one. To analyze it, we have the heading text, we have the subheading text, we have the countdown timer, and then the email form. I have Ben Bailey asking, can we do the same with pop-ups, David? Save it somehow to use on a different page. So yeah, once you save something, once you save a style or something else, as you see, now I am on the second page. I can just simply come over here and then apply the styles saved on the previous page. So the styles can be applied. I didn't try it yet with a pop-up, but let's just see if it works with the pop-up as well. Okay, so I have now my pop-up over here. Let's just close this, pull in a countdown timer. Let's just try to apply it on a pop-up. Okay, so pop-up, I want to apply this style. It is actually showing, but because we have the background, actually this one is giving us some bugs. Let's just try to apply the text elements. Timer number. You see, it is not properly showing up for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but it could be that on the pop-ups, these styles, the global styles, are not showing up correctly yet. So this is something that we would need to report as a bug. But yeah, I mean, in case you would go in there and style it separately, style it custom, then you would be able to do that, I think, on the pop-ups as well. Let me just cancel it and then continue with my build. So this is what we are trying to achieve. Let me just put in the background image first. So I click on the block section, background, and then choose an image. I already found an image that I like. This is this one here, but I found it searching for a gradient. Gradient, it gives you loads of different gradient options. I will just use the same one I used previously, just this one over here. Okay, it is now nicely in the background. Let's just see what we have. Something awesome is in the works. Let's just copy the text over to the headline over here. Let's just paste it in. Okay, and I was working here with another font. It is not Poppins anymore, but I was working here with a font called Oswald. Oswald gives you here a bold, quite tall letters. So this is why I like it. It gives like a bold statement. So the color I want to use is just this dark color over here. And the next thing I want to do is put the line above and below this heading. So I will click again on the heading, come over here to the borders, and I want to do first a line on the top. So this white line is representing the top of the section. I want to put 2, maybe 3 pixels, and then choose the same color as we have in the text. And then I will click here to the bottom one, and then also apply on the bottom. Perfect. So now we have this one. I just want to space it out so that it is spaced out a bit more than here. The way I do this is by pressing, basically selecting the text element, the header element, and going into the spacing option and giving it an inside padding. An inside padding with, as you see, it will move these borders away from the text itself. So I will just leave it at, let's say, 125. Okay, just so that we make it very obvious for everybody. Okay, and then under subheading, I want to copy over the text. We're working on a new and exciting product that we think you'll really like. Enter your email address below to be the first one to know when we launch it. So I will just paste in this text into my subheading section. like that, and then select all, and we can start working on it. I want to put it in Roboto. This will be my font. Maybe make it a bit bigger and choose the color that you want to work with. And then I think that is basically it. We have a bit bolder text here, so we can make our text bolder as well. Let's just put it on semi-bold, like that. It is actually matching the one that we have in the other page. It's just that here we used a brighter gray color. It doesn't matter. Let's just continue with this section. As we know, this is the countdown timer. In this section, I will just pull in the element countdown timer, which is in the other part over here. Pull in the countdown timer, and I didn't edit that much of the timer. I just changed the colors, the size, and the font. So font, I want Oswald. I want to make it bigger. I want to make it the same color as the other text on the page. And then, as you remember, I was actually resizing using the sizing option. I put pixels, and I was playing with it until it lined up properly, so I can see both of the numbers next to each other. Then I will click on the days section over here. This is a text which is showing up days. Put Roboto, make it a bit bigger like that. Choose the same color. And then I will click outside everything. I want to remove the background on the stylable element. So I want to remove the background, and the way I do it is just click over here. If that doesn't help while you are in the color, sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Just pull this lever up to 100% opacity, but in this case, this one is working. So as you remember, we were saving the styles of this. So just to make our job a bit faster, we can save the global styles. So count down timer 2. Okay. I want to save the text style. This is timer text 2. Okay. And then I want to save this one. This is text. No, timer days. Let's just say timer days because I used the other one there. Perfect. So I will click inside the stylable element over here and apply the go by style countdown timer 2. Okay, it didn't actually show up. Let me just save and refresh just to see what happened. So yeah, Christine is saying, in case anybody has a question, then please put a Q and then ask the question. So in case I forgot to answer it for you, I can go back simply at the end of the video and then reply it for you quickly. So let's just try to do the global style on these numbers. Over here, this one is working. On the days, the global style is this one. And then let's just try to do one more time the global style, the countdown timer 2. Let's resave it. Create new style, timer 2. Okay, let's just see if it doesn't work. The only thing we changed in the stylable element is just remove the background. So maybe this one is not showing up. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. We'll just go in there and just remove the background, and then that's it. That is it. So let's just do this one, not the text, but the timer text. And then let's just add on the global style for the timer days. And then click inside here and then remove the background. We don't need it. The last thing we do is this one. We remove the background, click on the numbers, global style, timer text 2, this one over here, and then just choose timer days. Voila, let's just save it. And then let's compare it to the other one that I created earlier. Perfect. So now we have done this part, we have done this part, we have done this part. The only thing is left to do is this section over here. So if you were following from the previous one, I will show you how to place the field next to the button. Let's just see. Mary is saying, oh my God, I sure hope there are templates. I like to get things done quickly. This is so slow. I like the results, not the process. Well, so Mary, in case you want to learn to create sites like this one for yourself, you can follow my tutorial. In case you want to use templates, you can do that one. That at this moment, I'm not quite sure. Let me just actually check one more time if there is a coming soon template. I'm not sure. So home, no, no. Bum, bum. So I don't see a coming soon template. Maybe I'm going too fast, but at this moment I cannot see a coming soon template. So in case you follow this one that I'm doing now, you can just create your own. Let's just see. Jeff is asking a question. If you connected your own domain, how do you create an email address? I will answer this one at the end, Jeff. Question, I came on after you started. Given that the website is not launched, is this considered or being used as a landing page to capture emails as opposed to a website page? So Denise, this is a coming soon page. You would use something like this once you are launching some product, or let's say your website is not completely finished yet, but you still want to give an option to people to be notified once the website is done or your product is live or something like this. So this is when you use a landing page to this one. So you can publish this page onto your custom domain, and then let's say somebody types in your domain. Let's say for your example, Denise, this would be denisewilliamsshannon.com. Then they would see a site like this one where they can actually leave their email address for you to notify them once the site is done. So let me just continue with the build over here. So the last thing we need to do is, as I mentioned, we pull in a container at the bottom. We just choose the empty form. We place it inside the container. We choose an empty field element and also the submit button. Okay, so as you remembered, I clicked on the field. I want to resize it using this one. I will just choose 30 REM like that. And then while I am still on the field, I will make sure that this is inline flex so that it pops the button next to it here. While we are still on the same element, I can work with a spacing on the margin. So I just remove basically the button from touching the border of the form field. You can do different designs with that one as well. For example, you round the borders on the button only on this side, and you round the borders only on this side, and then you leave these two touching together, so you can make one elliptical element. One part would be the button, the other part will be the form. You can play with these as you wish, but yeah, it's just up to you how you would like to create it. I just want to make it this way, so this will be a bit rounded. There is a slight border on the field, so let's just create that one. So this is a background. It is white, but a bit transparent like this. And then I am going into the border section, creating a border around everything. Let's say 2-3 pixels like that, using a slight gray color, grayish, maybe increase the opacity like this. Okay, and then I want to just round the corners a bit, 0.35 REM, that's fine. So we click on the button itself. Oh yeah, we just need to add on the email address as a placeholder text here. So email email. Okay, add validation rules, email, input cannot be empty, update, and then we want to just edit the text inside. As you remember, there is a bug, it doesn't let us work with the text of it. So I cannot change the font on the text for some reason, but we can just leave it as it is. So Roboto is the font, and this is how I like it. I will just edit the submit button. We want to make it bigger, a bit rounded, and to have Roboto as the text. So Roboto, I want to leave it white, maybe a bit bigger like this. And then I want to increase the spacing on the top and bottom. And then here as well. Ooh, I don't need these ones. Okay, maybe a bit more so that it is almost the same size. Yeah, like this. And then we just round the borders to 0.35 as it was on the previous one. Okay, let's just edit the text inside the button. Notify me. Perfect. This way, let's just see, this is a bit smaller on the top and bottom and then wider in here, and then it has this black or dark gray background over here. Let me just increase the spacing around here like that, and then decrease it on the top and bottom. It is actually not working, so we'll just leave it as it is. Ooh, not that much, but this way is fine. Okay, so as you remember, we click inside the form container, and then once you come to the text area, you make it center, and then it will basically center everything inside here. What we still didn't do on the first one is configure the form. So once somebody enters the email address and presses the submit button, what happens? This happens when you are in the form container option. You click the configure, you can choose the integration here. So you can have MailChimp or Aweber or whatever you are using. You can connect it this way, just put a list on it, and what happens after they typed in their email. So we'll just do nothing. We'll just leave it as it is. We click update and then save, and now we can go and preview it to see how it looks like. Okay, perfect. I really like how it is looking. Once we click here and then put in our email address, we click the button, and then they come to basically the visitor would come to your email list. So we have one last thing to do. We will use very similar type of cover block, but what I will be doing here is showing you how to create these icons. So let's just open a new page, create it from scratch. I will do this one a bit quicker so that you don't have to watch everything again and again. So here I have an image. So I will pull in an image from the Elements tab, and this is over here. And as you can see, I don't have a header, so I have an image that will act as my logo, and I have just a subheading. So I will just choose my image. This is an image I created in Photopea. Very simply, just type in lemon and then choosing a nice looking font that I like. And then we have a nice looking background image. Let's just pop in the background image to the blocks section, as you remember. I received, I'm just looking here at the comments now. I received a question from Denise. Question: so then based on your answer, once the website is complete and launched, then I would remove the domain name from this landing page and connect it to the website. So you don't have to remove the domain name, Denise. You can just change the, for example, let's say that this home page now is your coming soon page. Let's say you are designing your website using the other pages. So let's say once you are finished with your normal home page, you come to this one and make this set as home page. So let's just set this as home page. Now you can see we have this one. We have this page 2 as index. This index means that if somebody types in the domain on the site, that they will be seeing this page over here and not the other one that we were using previously, this one. So you don't have to delete and redo a whole site or whatever. You can just change which site they would see once they type in the custom domain only. So let's say denisewilliamsshannon.com in your case. So you just change the index, so set as home page, you see here, set as home page, and then this would be the index now. So this is what you would do once your website is ready. I can just continue with the build of this page. So I want to change the background image. I will choose from an already one that I selected, and I upload it to my image library this way, and I want to make this lemon thingy a bit smaller. So I click on the image, sizing, pixels, and I just want to increase it until I'm satisfied with it this way. And then the last thing I want to do with the background image is put an overlay so that it is not so bright, because now we cannot see the text on it. So I will click black, decrease the opacity like that, and now I can see white text on the page. I will be placing this text into Lato and then copying over. Something awesome is coming. Sign up to be notified when it comes out. Actually, not Lato, but the Fire Suns. Okay. I will paste in the text this way, selecting everything, making it semi-bold, and then making it bigger. Let me just see. I have a Facebook user asking a question. Do the email addresses on the form are switching automatically to Groove email? No. So once Groove Mail comes out, you will need to switch them manually. You will probably have an integration available from the integrations tab. You'll just need to click on it and then actually choose that one. Is there an integration with Infusionsoft for form fill? Let's just check together. So let's just scroll up, click here to the upper right hand side hamburger menu. I'll make it bigger for you guys. You come over here to My Integrations tab. You can add an integration here and then choose from these ones. So Product Dino, Perxilla, Mautic, MailChimp, GoToWebinar, GetResponse, Webform, Campaign Monitor, Aweber, and ActiveCampaign. So at this moment, there is no integration with Infusionsoft because we are building our own integration. So as you can see here, I missed the background fill. I'll just remove it. But if you would like to vote on that one, so you would come here to feedback.groovefunnels.com and come to the GroovePages feature request, type in Infusionsoft. Integration with Infusionsoft is here. Infusionsoft keep integration, a web form integration, basically this is where you would need to vote on it. So I will just vote on the first one. This has 4 votes. Come over here, search for it, and then you can vote on that. So if it's not integrated, just come in the feedback.groovefunnels.com site, and then you can vote on the features you would like to see. I have another user. I'm using ClickTip. I'm not quite sure what that is, but let's say that this is an integration, then it would not be over here. ClickTip, we don't have inside here. Perfect. So let me just continue with my build. I actually made a mistake here earlier. I put the background overlay on the container. I actually want it on the block itself. So I will come over here, make it, click on the background, click on the black color, and make everything a bit transparent. Okay, this is fine. Let's just see what we have here. So I want to create an email form with a button next to it. An email form requires a container, an empty form, and input field Ooh, this is jumping around. I didn't do something good. So I want to just pull this one in over here. Okay, this way. Now it will be fine. So input field inside, and then also a submit button inside, but on the bottom. This way. Awesome. So as you remember, I will be working with the sizing of it. I'll just put the max width to 30 rem, make the background white, make it transparent this way, maybe 50%, and then I will make the layout inline flex. So now our button is next to it. We can try and push it away a bit this way. Submit button, I want it to say notify me. Notify me, submit. Change text font to Fire Sans, make it a bit bigger, and make the background green. Okay, this green, and then once somebody hovers it, then we want it to be the lighter green this way. Okay, so now I want to make it as big as the form field over here. So I will work with the spacing options on top and bottom. Okay, I didn't do something correctly. Let me just save it and refresh. Okay, so let me just come over here to page 3, click on the button itself, work with the spacing. Now it is loading it in, you see, and I can increase and decrease everything as I would like, and then make it a bit bigger on the side like that. Over here, I wanted to say enter your email address, so email, enter your email address, and validation rule. This is an email. Input cannot be empty. Okay. And then, as you remember, once we click to the form container, we want to set up the integration. I will leave it out for now, but once we come to the text area, we can center everything over here. Okay, so now the next part is to pull in the elements of the icons. Basically, I will be showing you how to create these social media icons. Sorry, I just lost the vocabulary. I will choose a Facebook icon. I like this one over here. I will make it 2XL. Have a small weighting, so lag over here. 2XL. I want to make it white. Update. Perfect. So now it is updated, but the color didn't pass through. Now it actually did. Perfect. So I want to come over here and then play with these layout options. I want to come over to this. So now we are in this container where our form field is. I want to make sure that the form, inside the form, everything is in the middle. So everything is centered vertically this way. Okay. Now let's just try to duplicate it. Oh, that is a bit too much. I'm experiencing a bit of a lag here, but we can now play around with these layout options. So we want it to be inline flex as earlier. Here, all of them. Layout inline flex. Okay, and then it is flex. Okay, and then I am going to pull in a container, a separate container within a container, and then pull all of these inside here so that I can place them in the center. The centering of this one will be also done using the text element, so the text centering, which I discovered only today, because as you remember, we are editing the text, so the icons using the text. So this is what we can do also to center them. So you want to center them on this side, you want to center them in the middle or on this side. This is the text element. So once you select one in the middle, you can space it out using the padding option. So let's say I want it to be spaced out this way. So now you just go in and then change the images, let's say Twitter, this way, update, and this will be Instagram. And then you would be able to link them up here. At this moment, I will not be doing that. I will be just jumping into the question section of the Q&A section of the whole build. So we are going to be finished now. So save, and now we build out in this hour, basically I maybe 45 minutes, I built out 3 different coming soon pages that you are able to follow and build it out yourself, even probably quicker than me, because I was just talking while doing everything. I will not publish this because I already have it published, but we created this one, we created this one, the colorful one, and then also this home page over here, which in my opinion looks the best from all of these. So in case you have any questions at this moment, it is now the time so that you pop the questions inside the question and comments below, and then you ask away. I will be just going back to some questions I didn't answer, so we can get you answered those. So I have another question from Denise. Have you done a training on creating a bridge funnel? I need to create one this week. If not, is it possible for you to do one? Thanks. I actually have done a couple of different trainings on creating a bridge page. Once you are in the Groove, basically the Groove Digital official Facebook group, you can click here to the live demos. You will see all the live trainings that I created. One of the first ones I did was a bridge page over here. So you can click watch, and then let's just scroll inside to see what we actually created. So I created a bridge page which explains the features and everything. This is one. I created another one which is sorry, this is inside the tutorial videos. This was a pre-edited video. It was not live, but once you click the tutorial videos, you scroll down, and then I will show you which one you need to watch. It's just loading in now. Okay, so this is the one. In this video, I go through a complete process of how to create a bridge page, what it is and what it does. And then you can see everything here. I actually went into depth in this video, created a full bridge page. So this was published on May 13th. I published a full bridge page. I went into CloudFlare, explained how to connect it to a custom domain, and then how to publish your page on the custom domain, explaining a bit CloudFlare and then issues it may be giving you. So this is, and then Christine also linked these out to the group as well. So you can just click on that one now. Let's see, Manny Torres asked, any update on the new templates by chance? There is no update. There will be, there are some talks about pushing them out really soon, but we just don't want to like, here's the templates. We really want to give you something better and then really make an event out of it. So this is coming soon. We are actually talking about this. There are talks going on as we speak, so the templates are coming very, very soon. So let's just go back to the question that Jeff had. Um, question, if you have connected your own domain, how to create an email address, example info@mydomain.com. So I will be probably creating a video sometime during this week or next week. I'm not quite sure. But for now, what you can do is there is two options that I would suggest. You can go, for example, in case you purchased your domain through Namecheap. In Namecheap, there is an email option. This is the cheapest way to do it. You can open a private email hosting. It is just 70 cents per month. This is euro cents per month. It is less than $1 as well. So you can just go in here and then open your own private email account using, so connected to your own domain with a Namecheap, and also GoDaddy, I think, has something very similar to this one. The other option would be to go to G Suite or Microsoft 365. They have also this service where you would get not only an email, but a complete suite of apps for using with your business. So here you would get a Google Drive and your own business email and access to docs and all kinds of a calendar and then things like this. Microsoft has its own version of this one, and then also you can go that route. I don't suggest to do it, but you can go that way in case you already have. So let's say you go with Bluehost. If you have a hosting already purchased, in case you were working with WordPress, you can just go through a hosting platform. You use the hosting to create your email, and then you just point your domain over to CloudFlare, host your pages with GroovePages, but host your email on the hosting itself. So these are three options. I will be probably doing a video on in detail on this one, but I still need to confirm a small couple of things so that I can actually give you the most relevant information. Let's see what other questions we have going on here. Is there a way to build in a calendar or integrate a calendar? So if we want to show what we have, some training coming up, and want people to be able to add to the training to their calendar directly. Actually, there is. You can do that one without any payment. You can just come over here to Groove Funnels, funnels.com/calendar. This has been built by Donna Fox. She's the marketing manager for Groove Digital. She integrated a calendar. As you can see, it is a functioning calendar in a Groove page, and then she added on also the two buttons: add to Google Calendar, add to iCal, and then basically this is it. It's a pretty simple page to do. I can just show you here a bit bigger. So this is groovefunnels.com/calendar, and then you can add also these training videos that you are attending at this moment. You can do that one through this page as well. So let me see. Jeff has another question. GroovePages created the MX records when I connected CloudFlare. Yes, but the MX records can be edited, so it doesn't have to be the one that was created by CloudFlare. In case you have you bought a service from G Suite, it will say change the MX records to point to this, change an MX record, another one to point to that one. So it is basically giving you all the instructions. Once you go with one of these paid options, it will give you all the details you need to know on how to connect it with your domain name. So at this point, I don't have any more questions. Guys, in case you have any questions on the topic of the build today, I can also share with you. So basically, boom.groovepages.com/coming soon, and then /2 and /3. These are the sites. You can check them out. For the responsiveness, there is still a couple of issues that are not yet fixed with the countdown timers. So at this moment, these templates are not yet fully mobile responsive. So this is being worked on by our developers. They're pushing out updates in regards to the text editor, this one, and the responsiveness. So the responsiveness at this moment is still being worked on. Okay, let me just see. I meant, can I create my own trainings to the calendar? Yeah, so I was just showing you an example of this one already being done. So you can create a calendar within Google Calendar. You can embed it to your page. So this would be for your customers. Let's say you have trainings to this, like similar to this one. You create your own calendar, you take the embed code from Google, you put it on your page, and then you have it done already. So I was just showing over here an example of a calendar being embedded on a page. Let me just see if I read it correctly. Can I create my own training to the calendar? Yes. So I think this is it, guys. So in case you would like to ask some other questions, please head over to the, let me just see over here. No, today I published the new Lemonade session is going to be on Thursday. So in case you have any questions that you want to have answered live, just scroll down and find the post that I published. I will bump it up to the top of the group. There is quite a lot of interaction, what I love to see. Anyway, I will find it. It is the new Lemonade session that will be done on Thursday. So come over there and then ask your questions. You will see it in a couple of minutes. In case I don't find it here, you will see it on the top of the page in the group. So just go there, ask your questions there, and then I will be able to demonstrate it live for you, answer them for you, and then actually you will have like a support session with me on Thursday. I do this every Thursday. It's called Lemonade. So just please come by and then, yeah, just be active, and then you will have all your questions answered. So that's it, guys. I will bump it up there for you. You will be able to see it in a moment. An integrated calendar booking option is coming, correct? Like Acuity and Calendly. Yes, we will have our Groove calendar. It is in the future Groove funnels. It is called Groove Calendar. It is going to be similar to Calendly, where you can create booking options, schedules, class schedule reminders, and all kinds of funky looking stuff. This is going to be very, very useful for people that have services that need booking. For example, auto mechanics, you need to book in an appointment. Um, you need to book in an appointment, or for example, a hairdresser or something like this, where you actually need to create a booking so that you can get the service. So this is going to be built in. It is coming later this year. It is going to be finished, if not until the New Year's. It will be finished then after New Year's shortly, but this year or at the beginning of the next year. This is still being worked on and discussed, all the features that will be in Groove calendars. Okay, so I have Gary saying, thanks, good to see you still hard at work with your new Wi-Fi router. We all have them in our pockets. These machines are amazing, guys. You probably are using a couple of functions, but these ones are beasts. Couple of years ago, a complete computer fit into a room size of this one, and now we have more powerful devices in each of our pockets. So this is amazing. You should use those. Ben Bailey saying, you're a legend, my lemon. You're a legend, Ben. Thank you very much, guys, for coming. See you in the next session tomorrow. Bye now.